Greetings and welcome to Chase Race number 5 in my NR2009 custom season. I'm Smithers, about to conclude my third full-time season in this career mode on the channel in the Richard Petty number 43. Now in my current situation, I'm not going for gold or anything like that, but I'm racing for the highest score achieved outside of the 12 chase drivers. And so far, I'm holding that title pretty good. Kentucky is one of 2 mile-and-a-half racetracks that are scheduled in the chase. With this year's championship fight about to hit the halfway mark, we have a pretty good indication on who's going to be in the ring with the gloves on. We know what teams have had the most speed on this type of racetrack throughout the year, and the big bad Talladega is looming overhead next week for these drivers. NASCAR's second tier series came out with the Cup stars to complete race 13, narrowing down only 2 races left to find out the champion in the nationwide series for 2009. The green flag dropped with the battle still close between Kyle Busch, Justin Allgaier, and myself. We all qualified within the top 15. Kyle found himself in the top 5 early, and as the first run dragged out, his JGR18 fell backwards. Justin Allgaier silently stayed in the back of the top 10 through the entire first run, but concluded the night just outside of that top 10 finish in 11th. I found myself in the battle for the lead with sliced bread. Once my car got worked in and the tires warmed up, some of the rubber got worn off, I had a good long run car. We raced clean for multiple laps with the 20 car before a lapped car threw off my turn 1 entry, and I ran into Logano right into the safer barrier. Then about 100 yards later, I money shifted my damn car, dropped the entire transmission down to the frickin' concrete, blew it out, cost Braun Racing thousands of dollars. That ended my race very early, and Kyle Busch not only capitalized, but just about locked the championship with his win at Kentucky in the last video. Now I'm not looking for the same conclusion that I had with the Nationwide Series race, where I didn't get to complete the race, ran into the leader Joey Logano and took him out as well as myself. He's qualified down in 22nd today in that 20 Home Depot Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. Only a few more races left before those yellow stripes are off the back bumper of that bright orange car. I had a fantastic qualifying run in the Rosy Chicken number 43 RPM Dodge today. Figured since this is the home of Kentucky Fried Chicken, I'd had to bring out a chicken sponsor. I was using a custom setup that came along with this racetrack, though I did not feel like that the way that my driving went, that this same setup was only for a short run, and I started burning up tires pretty fast compared to the field, so I went with the fast setup for this race. Kurt Busch collects the pole award here in Kentucky and looking to try and reclaim the point lead. Tony Stewart is right up there as well, who's been fast this chase run. Hendrick Motorsports looking to make a rebound with 3 of their cars qualified in the top 10. 48 of Jimmy Johnson, 5 of Mark Martin, and the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. The 24 Jeff Gordon is down in 20th position, though he was in the top 5 during practice. My RPM teammates are all qualified within the same cluster together from 23rd to 25th, Kane, Allmendinger, and Sadler. I'm the only one that qualified worth a damn. Looking through the rest of your starting grid here, as you see the 12 car, David Stremme is back in that for the final few races. Might be swapping back and forth with Brad Keselowski, but he had one more start at least in that 25 for Hendrick Motorsports. Carl Edwards down in 32nd position, not a great start for him, but he might be able to rebound with them long runs here in the mile-and-a-half. But 99 cars found consistency all season long during the regular season, was able to rebound during bad qualifying runs. Sure, today that team's looking no different. Now I'm not expecting to be a top 5 car running today or even competing for the win, but I'm happy that we're up here, and I expect us to at least be around the top 10, top 15 range. This race cursed me last season and was my downfall to not making the chase. On top of that, Talladega getting dumped on the final lap was the final event to happen to lose my championship run of 2008. Here now, it doesn't matter as much, but at least we can build on whenever I throw this race in next season. This is the second Cup race we've had the Steel Fire Overlays ticker mod up at the top of the board, and now the number cards are up to date for the 2009 guys, thanks to Tyler Fink, a subscriber and a viewer of the channel. What the hell just happened? That was weird. It's like my TV went to sleep or something. Anyway, thanks again to Tyler Fink, viewer, subscriber of the channel, for helping me out and getting me all of the car numbers for future seasons and past seasons for whatever I decide to do, at least between 1990 and up to current times. Now, before these Cup drivers make tracks on Kentucky Speedway, let's look at the stats and information for today's race. We've upped the race 5% from the Nationwide Series from 20 to 25, going 67 laps around the place. 43 opponents at 94% difficulty. Realistic damage and all the flags on our flag stand for the flagmen are right up there with the yellow flags, black flags, and all that. Yellow, green, checkered, get the hell out of the way flag. And the weather for today's race, it's clear, 86 degrees Fahrenheit with an eastern breeze of 3 miles per hour. The pace car has fled the racetrack as we're about to take the green flag for the halfway point of the Smithers NR2009 chase for the Sprint Cup. I'm not a part of it. These 2 in front of me are, and they're going to be competing to try and take out Joe Gibbs Racing. Them 2 Toyotas, Hamlin and Kyle Busch, have been 1 and 2, really playing strong chase runs, and Newman's already trying to look, making it through wide off here into turn 1, lap 1. I'm going up here trying to use the start groove in the 3rd lane, kind of like what I did in the Nationwide Series. My car is set up very similar. Got a momentum run, diving out underneath the one of Martin Truex Jr. Lost my fourth spot for a second. We're gonna try and get it back here as we're all still clustered together. Trying to hook this yellow line here, keep gripped up, keep my foot in it. Newman's going for the lead. Stewart Haas Racing 1 and 3 right now, and Stewart's dropping to the bottom to try and get with his teammate. Trying to follow along with him, putting my my manufacturer teammate, Kurt Busch. Johnson just got me fucking hella loose. Woo! Saved the car, didn't hit the wall, but them Hendrick boys, they got some power underneath them. Johnson just really got up underneath my right or left rear quarter panel and really sent me for a ride there. I didn't want them to spin me out, and my car wiggled all the way 3 lanes up towards the wall. Like I said, I might not be top 5 fastest, might not be competing for the win. Tried to lead a lap while I was up there and could possibly do it, but I don't think we got it. I think we got a top 10 car at best. Sam Hornish Jr.'s up here, another Dodge that's running pretty good, the Penske Racing Team. Geez, I am struggling to speak, having some hard time words. Went out to a concert last night, and if any of you guys have checked out on my TikTok or social media pages outside of YouTube, I've posted a few clips here and there about that. If any of you are metalcore fans out there, saw Motionless in White and Lorna Shore for another time again. Back into the racing though, people are using multi-groove lanes between the bottom lane, the lane that I'm using on the high side, and the middle. Track is bumpy as hell. I'm about to get passed by the 77. He's been quick these last couple of chase races, making up some points and gaining up the roster in his standings area, but nowhere near where I'm at. Kyle Busch is now behind me, the pink M&M's Toyota. Try to support breast cancer awareness for this weekend. Once again with Cup Series schemes that are covered in pink and covered to support breast cancer awareness. I did that in the Nationwide Series, trying to do that similar in the Cup Series. At least for the ones that I have available. I don't have too many in the Cup Series. At least Kyle Busch is one that I know guaranteed that I have. And I slid up right in front of him. He's going to come up and get up underneath me, cross me over on the exit of 4. Can't do nothing but give him the position and let him by into turn 1. This is starting to fall back where I figured I was going to be. Biffle, who was fastest in practice, kind of had a slow qualifying run. He might be a competitor for the win here, making up some points. Roush Fenway, Hendrick Motorsports are 2 teams looking to make up points these next few chase races so that we can get back up and conquer competing with Joe Gibbs Racing in 2009. Got a good run off of 4, clear the 16 of Biffle, back in line here. Single file for most of the top 10. Kyle Busch is diving down saying, no sirree, I'm going after Sam. Pushes him way up into the marbles there. I don't think that Sam Hornish was expecting that dive from the 18. Biffle got a hell of a run off of 1 and 2. And there's a massive gap from there on back. It says Bobby Labonte's the leader of the telemetry there. That is incorrect. It is Stewart up there fighting with his teammate who has passed him. Ooh, I got a run on Biffle. I just gave him a bump. We're bump drafting down Kentucky Speedway right now. Trying this high side again, trying to build up a run down the back straightaway. I can't really guide the inside and stay down there with this setup. The other setup I was able to, but I was hella loose and I was bouncing all over the place. Like the ass end was really bouncy and I was burning up tires a lot quicker and losing lap time. At least this fast setup, I was a little bit more consistent for longer in the run, and I know it's going to be a green flag long run type of race. Though practice was quite chaotic, as I'm going to probably throw up some clips now. There were 2 massive wrecks. One of them I got involved in because Kyle Busch actually had a blown engine down the back straightaway. I nearly took out Gordon, bumped him out of the way, and wound up rear-ending Kyle Busch down the back straightaway, killing my car. Technically, we would all be in backup cars right now if things were legit, and Sam Hornish Jr. just backed up the hell out of the 18 of Kyle. I plowed up the track. Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. to fly by all of us. Point leader Denny Hamlin's up here as well. That's not good for chasers. If they're all running next to each other, nobody's having a bad day. Nobody can gain on anything. 10 laps down, we still got 57 laps to go. Things aren't over yet because the pack is hot. Lap cars, we still haven't gotten into those yet. I just got to the back bumper of Jeff Gordon. I'm sure he doesn't need any of that. He's been having a bad 2009 chase. Really killed my momentum down the front straightaway. Allowed Matt Kenseth and Martin Truex Jr. now to reel up and try and get me. I just can't keep my foot in the gas as long as these guys can. Maybe I should have stuck with that other qualifying setup that I had. I still feel more confident with this one though. She's plowing again, and we just made contact with the wall first time of the night. The evening, the day, the sun is still out. It is not nighttime. Damn, man, I don't know what I can do. Maybe try and add some track bar to this thing if we get a caution. Maybe I can add some track bar while we're, there we go. do it while I'm running. I want to make small adjustments. Don't want to go too big, that way it's not too loose, and I'm freaking trying to hang on to it for dear life around the racetrack, but I feel like I need a little bit more turn in the center of this car, or at least on the exit for sure. 55 to go. We have fallen to 17th position now after qualifying top 5. We were in 4th place, trying to stop me from falling back any farther. I want to stay in the top 20 if I can, at least keep me in contention with rebounding for a decent top 10 night. RCR's all clustered together, got Harvick and Border in front of me. Burton's now making a run on me. He's going to try and dive to the inside. I thought he was going to make contact with me. I'm running way up here. I had to burp out of the gas. Use the frickin' little bit of banking that Kentucky Speedway's got. We're side by side. The mayor's got me. Oh, somebody who I had issues with in the Nationwide Series race last night. Took him out for a contention for the victory, and myself. He might be looking for a bit of payback, and we got nothing to lose. I'm not a chase contender, and neither is he, so we have any beef. If he's got anything to settle with me, now would be the opportunity. Got a bit of a run on the 31 of Burton. I'm trying to use their line down here on the lower side. Maybe that's just why I'm trying to like hit the brake and steer my car down to this lower lane a little bit. I can get back into the gas. As you can see, I got away from the 20 at Logano, and I'm getting back up to the back bumper of the 31 of Jeff Burton. I just gotta figure out how to tap that brake right in time to point the car. I can't do it in 1 and 2. I cannot. That or I just did not do it right, and I fucked up, and now I've lost my opportunity. Hey, Logano. Sorry I cost you the win last night. See David Reagan back there trying to dive it down below the 20 car and also get a spot on me. Not going to let that happen. Man, we are really falling back. Long runs do not do me well here at Kentucky. Even this fast setup, I knew I was going to fall off even worse with the other setup. I was doing like 30, I'm doing 31s right now, but hell, I did like 10 laps of practice, and I was hitting 30.7s within 10 laps. Like, I fell off 5/10 of a second. Trying to stay in the gas, and not tap the wall. Had to crank that wheel. Now we have fallen outside the top 20. Damn it, not what I wanted to do, not what I wanted to see. I don't know if there's anything else I can really do to adjust to the car while I'm already out on the racetrack. Maybe, like, setup-wise, I could have probably switched it. Sway bar stuff, maybe, or, I don't know, it feels like the car's really hard to turn now. Like, she is plowing like a motherfucker. Tire wear, I can't imagine is doing great. Oh yeah, that right front is wearing the worst out of all of them. It is doing all of the work in this race car, and it is, I can feel it. I don't want to crank the wheel any more than I have to, because I'm just going to be scrubbing off rubber. 20 laps down, 47 to go. Trying to follow the 00 Rudelman, and I couldn't. I just plowed right up to this 3rd lane. Not trying to get to the 82 of speed. Here comes Edwards and McMurray, and I think my teammate Sadler as well. He's representing, supporting breast cancer awareness this race. Oh my God, I thought I was gonna clip the back bumper of the Red Bull car. Damn, each corner, it feels like I'm steering a goddamn sailboat from 1897. Now my teammates have caught up to me. My qualifying means nothing to me now. Just as fast as they were all along. I don't know what my team had in the qualifying setup. They definitely spoofed me in believing that we had the best car of the team. Gotta run, gonna try and use my inside. I'm using a lot flatter and shallower of an entry than they are, and that's probably where I'm fucking up these corners. Like, I'm not arcing it off the wall like I should be, and like how the rubbers lay down on the racetrack. Like, I gotta get up here, trying to get back at the gas. I can't do it fully. If I do it, I'm plowing. I've fallen so far back. There's the right front finally going yellow, at least I've noticed it now. Don't know how long it's been that way. 24 laps, about to hit lap 25. Oh, that was another wall smack. How is our fuel doing? We gotta be getting none? I don't need any fuel? Looking at the windshield, my competition is driving away from me into the sunset, and out my rearview mirror, there's nobody to pass me with a good long while, at least a couple of seconds. The 12 car is Stremmy. Am I really back? Okay, I thought I was like at 35th according to the Steelfire Overlies thing over there in the bottom left, but no, I'm actually in 26th. Really have lost a lot of spots though. I thought we could be a decent day. You heard me in the pre-race, top 15 days, what I thought. I could use the yellow flag, I could use anything to get us gathered back up and me to adjust on this race car and help it to turn. after about 8 laps. Seems like everyone's pushing up to the outer lane now though, like, oh no, never mind, I see him diving down. I thought I saw more cars up kind of on that dark groove on the 3rd lane. I'm too far back, how could I even tell? 41 laps to go in the race. Once we complete this circuit, it'll be an even 40. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to try and stretch out this entire run, but I'm gonna need tires. Like, I don't think that right front's gonna last 40 more laps when I've beaten it that bad in 28. Once again, Kentucky might have cursed me. Certainly a 26th running position isn't chase worthy. Even if I was in the top 12 right now, I'd be losing points to everybody else because they flew by me already, including Carl Edwards, who qualified way outside of the top 30. At any point, the leader's going to come flying by my door panels and blow them off, and I'm going to be left stuck a lap down with no strategy left to try and figure out for the rest of this race other than hopes that majority of the field gets put a lap down too. I can't even exit the corners at full throttle without worrying about smacking the wall. Oh, I could use a caution. Halfway point, please. Lights are coming on. I forgot that this was a day-to-night progressive. The lights have flicked on Kentucky Speedway. Here comes some people behind me. I see my rear view getting filled up with some more people. I don't know if it's, who is it back there? Oh my god, I'm way up in the marbles. My car can't turn anymore. It's Sorensen, who even qualified worse than Edwards. I'm not gonna let you by that easy. I was able to hold him off for those 2 corners. Why couldn't the massive wrecks that happened in practice bring the excitement to the race? Why did everybody figure out how to drive now? Did I just go a lap down? According to the ESPN telemetry, Sorensen is the leader, and now I'm no longer capable of figuring out who's ahead of me or behind me based on distance, and that's going to be a wall smack. I saw that coming. There's 12 cars per position. 42 of Montoya's flying out of nowhere. He got a draft off of somebody. And Waltrip's coming. Goddamn, this 43 car. There's too much fry batter in the goddamn gas tank or something weighing me down. Nobody hit me. Oh, I hit the wall. Fuck. I didn't want to be the first caution. Damn it. This whole goddamn Kentucky weekend has been Kentucky fucked out of my whole... I ain't getting worth a damn. I'm a lap down too, so I'm going to have to pit with all the lap down cars. I'm not even in competition anymore. The caution came out too late and it was because of me. Alright boys, fix her up best you can, and you know, let's try and get her back out there for the best thing we can do. I mean, we're a lap down, very much we can do. Newman's having the time of his life, gonna gain all the points back up on me for this 13th position. I might as well let him beat the hell out of me and get me fixed up best they can. So here's the replay of me, you know, slogging my dick down the front straightaway, and I just can't quite keep the speed in the 43 car. Can't even keep her to turn. This thing's a boat tonight, this 43 car. I got a lot of fried chicken grease in her. I bounce off the wall right into the 55 and spin myself out. Here comes Max Pappas. Gets right into my left front tire, or right front tire, my bad. Spins me down into the infield wall. Caution flag is out. I'm the one that took the most damage, the most impact there. The 13 of Max Pappas, part-time starter of the season. You know, not too much to be concerned about with the points. Just a case of fighting a really tight race car for most of the race, and it's been a long run, and I couldn't quite hang on to it anymore and spun myself out right in the pathway. Max Pappas could have moved up towards the wall, but, you know, still got the murky stripes on. He's still learning. Just a case of fighting a tight race car for a long 30-lap run. You know, tires are getting worn out, especially that right front. I just finally lost handling of it, and nowhere for the 13 of Max Pappas to go. He could have moved up, you know, inexperience of the stock car racing deal stuff. Yellow stripes are still on there. He couldn't quite figure out if he should have gone high, low. He ran right into me. Back to 1.5 miles, double foul restarts, better cautions mod, is back flowing on correctly. Don't know how many more races in the season we will have this. Talladega for sure. Any other 1.5 miles like Homestead, but the short tracks are questionable. How many laps we got left? 30 to go in Kentucky Speedway. And let's see if we can try and get from the back with our wrecked ass race car. Me and Max Pappas are actually really fucking slow from the field. I think I really damaged the nose of my car getting into that wall, which is unfortunate because I had a track bar adjustment and I was hoping that would make a difference. But yeah, me and Max Pappas, I am down on power. Me and him are like the same speed. There goes the field off in the 3 and 4. Going 3-4 wide right now, switching lanes. I want to be a part of it, racing amongst these guys that I'm here stuck with Max Pappas, who might be faster than me. Are you kidding me? You T-boned me. I'm literally racing the hardest of my life for last place. And that track bar adjustment made a difference. Look at me hugging that yellow line. Oh, I'm so mad that this car is a piece of junk now. Thanks, Max Pappas, for hitting me. Honestly, I should give it back to you so you're out of this damn race, and I guarantee at least 42nd for myself. Oh, I am in 42nd. You're a lap down. 2 laps down. I'm a lap down. Man, this sucks. I feel a difference already in this thing. I might actually be able to run down Max Pappas to get back by him again, at least for on-track position. I definitely got him in the terminals, in the the telemetry on the top. Good damn. If I could complete my thought process, I've already got this position ahead of him guaranteed as long as I don't wreck myself and go a lap down again. Oh, I'm pushing. Oh, I'm pushing. I nudged him. I put him into the wall. You know what? Get you away from me. Give me a clear, clean racetrack. I know that would have been the only racing action for you guys, but I wanted him out of my way. It's like he's a gecko, but it was like a damn hornet, man. He was a bee bothering me, swimming around my head. Swimming? Bees fly. I was thinking of a damn gecko. They like water. They're aquatic. Yeah, this car is moving around these corners. I made a half a round on a track bar adjustment and took like 5% tape off because I know putting tape on the grill helps with the car turning and stuff like that with aerodynamics. I'm able to go down to the yellow line and actually hold it here. Why couldn't I think of this at the start of the race when I was dropping back before even the green flag dropped? Damn it, I should have ran more practice. Practice does not make you perfect, as I've learned in Kentucky. And neither does having a chicken sponsorship, even though it's not Kentucky Fried. Did not help me at all. We have not had a horrible race like this in a little bit. I mean, since the summer slump of the season, but the chase we have done pretty well. There's always one race that is testing my skills to try and keep myself in the pressure of the chase. I didn't even have that here in Kentucky. I just wanted to try and do better because I know this is a rough race for me. And lo and behold, it was another rough race for me. Whatever I did smacking that wall, or whatever Max Pappas did T-boning me, I think it was nosing into the wall after I tried to lock it up and stop my car from sliding. It killed it. This thing has no power underneath it now. She is... Send her to the Dale Earnhardt graveyard. I'll pay the shipping fees. I really like this paint scheme too, and I was really hoping it would have worked out for a decent finish. I kind of like this car as far as my scheme drinks. I don't really like the Reynolds Wrap one, I'm going to be honest with you. That one I've been really putting off the whole season for a long time. I gained a spot. I'm in 41st now. What happened to Gordon? What happened to Jeff Gordon? Why is he 2 laps down? That was a recent occurrence. Did he make a green flag pit stop? It was literally me and Max Pappas. I was in 42nd during the green flag. I don't see anybody down pit road right now. Is that even accurate up there? Oh, no, it still says I'm in 42nd. Why are you listening to the ESPN telemetry, Smithers? I was able to go full throttle through 3 and 4 right there without having to lift off at all. This car would have been great for a top 10 now. I guess I know what to do for next fucking season at this track, where I'm not going to even have a winged COT more than likely. We're only going to be 5 races into 2010, and I'm going to switch it to the spoiler like they did in the real 2010 year. Count down your races now for any of you that are fans of the winged COT cars, because I got 10 races left with this. 5 more in 2009 and the first 5 races of 2010. Then we're switching to the winged, or the COT car with the spoiler. Still got the brackets for the splitter on the front end. They don't make that switch until 2011. I'm so disappointed and sad that I wrecked this damn car. I was one adjustment away from making it actually raceable around this fucking track. And now I gotta wait 1 whole year, 1 whole schedule change, because we nosed into the damn inside wall. Pappas, you were really trying to push it. I'm gonna wreck myself just trying to keep him behind me. Put the bumper to him, block him. Oh, we got the leaders catching us. I am really that far off the pace. We have been green for 15 laps. Pappas is over here trying to get drafted by the... Are they seriously gonna push him by me? Get wrecked. Push him up out of your way, Smoke. What are you doing trying to help him by? Here, I'll be a good courteous. I was about to block you and completely eat my own words there, but... trying to let you guys by. I'm not part of the race anymore. Kyle Busch found a way up here with his practice run. He was down in the 30s. I was kind of worried about him, but he also, like I said, he had a blown motor during practice. Biffle, another one, had a bad qualifying run. Johnson trying to make up some points. Matt Kenseth, the reigning champion, still without a win in 2009, trying to see if he could surpass any of these. Once again, all the chase contenders running in the top 10. top 5. Hamlin, though, not seeing him up here. I see a lot of other drivers that are not the 11 car, Denny Hamlin, so he might be taking a chip in his point lead, especially if the 18 finishes where he's at right now. 13 laps to go around Kentucky. My race has been shot since I wrecked this chicken fucking thing. This is one of those races that are going to be put in the rear view and buried, that I'm gonna probably forget about because it sucked so bad. I gotta watch out for some of these fucking leaders, man. They are flying towards me without even a care or remorse if they clean me out. But it's not mentioning a handful of more drivers. There goes Hamlin now. Come on, Kurt. Keep in front of him. Oh, Kane moved up out of the way. That's not good. You know, you need a good run to keep your championship hopes alive. Don't know if Stewart's led the most laps or all the laps. Again, I know Newman got up there for a little bit. That's gonna hurt my gap. Here comes... Oh, I'm so sad. Look, I'm able to hold full throttle around the entire corner. If it wasn't... damage. Keeping my race car clean. Something I failed at Kentucky today. Cost me the fucking chance to have a top 10. I feel like I have the speed now. One adjustment away. I needed an early caution to change my whole entire race. I didn't need it to go long. I didn't need it to run long green for half the damn thing. I just didn't run enough practice laps to like actually feel the car out and know that it was gonna plow 15 laps in based on how I'm pushing this thing. People are trying to fly by me left and right. Trying to get out of their way, trying to stay out of the way. I don't want to get ran over any more than any other lap car does. I just want to see this thing to the end for green. 58 out of 67, 8 laps to go, well, 10 laps to go kind of technically. I'm 2 laps down now. Holding that second lane, holding it so much more smoother than the first run. Even the yellow line, okay, nope, we're plowing up a little bit there, but even still, I can catch the car before it's going towards the wall. That track bar adjustment was all I needed. Just trying to click away the misery and the pain of these laps, running in 42nd position. This is not fun. Even getting paid, you know, I'd probably be okay with it. Driving a race car that's slow like this, that'd be, I guess, better than a shit ton of fucking other jobs out there. But I see why some people just pull behind the wall and call it good. I mean, I could be saving the car long-term damage on the engine and the motor depending on what got fucked up. I guess also keeping my 13th place position, but I am in 42nd and 43rd. That's only, what, 3 points? He's already surpassed me with those bonus points for leading a lap with 5. When making the schedule, well over a year ago for 2009, I put this track back in the chase with intentions, try and rebound myself from 2008. Didn't even get a chance to do that because we missed the chase. I was trying to make some practice laps, make some noise with some setups, which I thought I was doing, clearly not long enough for a long-term run. Got to work on that a lot better and put way more time in just running a good run until I'm almost out of fuel in practice, so I have an idea what I'm looking at expecting. Preparation is everything for these races on NR2003. It's not as simple as a console video game where pretty much things are kind of set in their ways. There's a lot more variables and shit with these custom tracks. There's setups that come with them that are really good, but I just can't do it with my driving style. I can't seem to grasp with handling the car the same way, and that leaves me to researching a lot and spending a lot of time making little adjustments here, little adjustments there on the car, and hoping that it gets a little bit better, but that also takes a lot of time and a lot of hours just that I don't have during the week most days. Try my best to whip up something as quick as possible to get it ready for, you know, a nice 20% race, and it don't always work out. Final lap for me, 1 lap to go. I'm holding off people I'm not even racing for, trying to stay out of the way, at least feel like I'm part of the group here. Maybe we'll all finish together. Checkered flag's already been taken care of. The winner is already celebrating. I'm racing to get along to the end of this misery train. We're gonna at least beat Max Pappas. The one other guy that I got involved in my wreck because I was trying to spin out of the way of oncoming traffic, and he was the one that targeted me. I beat him. 42nd position at Kentucky. This Rosy Chicken sponsor was not the clucking luck I was hoping for. Sure got my giblets goosed. As we come across 41st, I gain another position. Okay, so that's nice. I don't know who else I beat. Maybe that 24 Gordon being 2 laps down was finally updated to accuracy. Gonna have to look back on some of the other drivers and see what happened on track or maybe down pit road. That's for T-boning me, you son of a bitch, you part-timer. Can't wait till you're full-time and wrecking me. Somebody better call the fire department because smoke is arising here in the NASCAR world as Tony Stewart and his new Stewart-Haas racing team has pulled off another dominating performance here at Kentucky Speedway, with Ryan Newman taking the lead early from pole sitter Kurt Busch, leading the first 5 laps of this race. Tony Stewart takes over on lap 5, has dominated this race ever since, and as you see, Johnson, Kyle Busch, Greg Biffle, the rest of the top 5 trying to fight through these lap traffic cars. Stewart's on the inside of Michael McDowell in the 36 car, diving off into turn 3, and he has cranked up the heat for these final 10 races in the postseason in the chase for the Sprint Cup for 2009. As he's coming off a turn 4, Tony Stewart is going to get win number 3 in the postseason for the chase for the Sprint Cup, and he is on a freaking rail in a run like in real life in 2011 when he fought Carl Edwards for a hefty championship in a whole other world that is not this one. Stewart looking to try and take a championship as a first-time season team owner. "31 out of 36 races complete on the season, and 5 out of 10 left in the chase for the Sprint Cup in the Smithers NR 2009 season. In the point battle, it's boiling down to a final 3 situation where we have Tony Stewart with his driver-owner position of Stewart-Haas Racing with their first time racing full-time in the Cup Series, against 2 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas, which he was formerly driving for many seasons throughout his entire Cup Series career. I'm sure Stewart's in a very interesting position with Joe Gibbs right now, especially if he goes out, smokes 2 of his drivers, and steals the first Cup from him. That 14 car really has had a 2011-esque type of season so far. He was up in the point conversation a lot more than he actually was during the season that this is mimicking, but he's clicked off 3 wins in the chase so far. Denny Hamlin finished outside the top 10, which lost him the point lead and allowed Kyle Busch to close up on him, and the rest of the drivers really don't have a shot unless the top 3 wreck out at Talladega or have some sort of faults in the other 4 races. Carl Edwards was the biggest fault of them all, and for sure has had the biggest fall of any driver throughout the 2009 season, was the point leader for the most of the regular season, fell down to 6th place position, and after a tire blowout going 4 laps down, finishing in 43rd today at Kentucky, he has fallen down to 12th place in points. Jimmy Johnson had a stellar race in this mile and a half, was able to gain up a lot more points. Not sure if he's going to be able to close in and actually fight for the championship though. 118 out, that's a lot to make up. Not trying to count out and cut off anybody yet as far as who could possibly get back up there in the top spot for the chase, but definitely looking at the first half of the field and the top 3, the gap from Kane on back is pretty far. But with the monster of Talladega looming next week, who knows what could happen. In my point situation, I was correct in Ryan Newman taking me back over, but only by 5 points, so I could still get back 13th position. Martin Truex Jr. is a good 50 plus points back from that battle, and I don't really have to worry about too much. Keep my nose clean. We usually do good at super speedways. Though I say that last season we were in a prime position to win, and I didn't even cross the finish line in the top 28. Nobody really moved on this second page here. The battle for the 19 car for 2010 is currently in favor of AJ Allmendinger. He is 2 positions above Elliott Sadler, but only 2 points above him. And a lot of movement on our final page here between 26th and 39th in points. Red Bull Racing driver Reed Sorensen has taken over the former 83 driver, and Scott Speed in the 82 has moved up and caught up to his teammates. Sam Hornish Jr. with his last 2 top 15 runs has gained up 2 positions, and Jamie McMurray has had a good couple of runs with that 26 car, running into its final 5 races under the Roush Fenway banner. Coming to a conclusion of another Smithers Cup race. This one did not pan out for us whatsoever. It was similar to like a Kansas, a lot of mile and a half where we've not had the setup, the strategy to have a long green flag run, and I just burn the tires up, fall to the back, and that's where I stay. Of course, after this race, I did go gather some setups from the doctor online, so maybe next season I'll be more in preparation to hold on that top 10 qualifying spot. The final plate race of the season is up next on the Smithers Racing schedule, so you know what that means. Stay tuned for a short where I'm going to be asking the subscriber cars, 4 of them, to be filled in by 4 of you. I will be releasing a short this week, so you guys can comment down below and try and get yourself a spot in the next week's race, and this may be the final time we have 4 cars open until I can figure out what to do for the next mod with the spoiler COT cars. There's not too many options open, unless I can transfer those schemes over onto those cars, but I'll have to see if they line up. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please leave a like down below if you enjoyed the Kentucky race here today, this evening, tonight, whenever you're clicking on the video. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. I post weekly NR 2003 content, and we're coming down to the end of the championship where if you're a Joe Gibbs Racing fan, a Stewart-Haas fan, Tony Stewart fan, might be something to stay tuned into, and I know if you're maybe a Ford fan, Roush fan, and things aren't looking in your favor right now, especially at Hendrick Motorsports as well, kind of falling off from what they were doing earlier in the season. But with that, sending you off in the final 5 to go in 2009. We got 2 triple header weekends left at Gateway and Homestead, Miami. Everything else is just a cup race to get through to the end, leaving us on to look on to next season in 2010. Thank you guys again. I hope you guys stay safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.